Hi, hello everybody. How are we all doing? I cannot tell you how happy I am to be back. And don't worry, Walter will take his place soon and settle down. I actually, long story short, have like a new chair for him next to me now. So, and he does like it. So I think he'll have some zoomies here for a minute, but then hopefully I'll get him to settle down. Let me go through and say hi to everyone really quick. Hi, Jackie. Oh, I am so ready to, I'm not going to lie. This feels almost like getting into a warm, like jacuzzi or something, like not to be weird, but I'm just so ready to like work on my book and be with the gang and everything, you know? So, hi, Alex. Oh, I should have trusted the way I had that scaled before. Let me back this up. There we go. Alex said, howdy, friends. I hope all are having a fabulous day. Gentle reminder to make sure your chat is in live mode. Happy to be back with the TTWG. I'm so glad that that's like sticking. I feel like that was so clever. I think Jeannie came up with that. And it does just roll off the tongue really well. Hi, Jen. So happy to have you here. Hi, Margot. Oh my God, it's so good to see everybody. Hi, Ian. Ooh, Margot. Oh, perfect. I'm so glad it worked out. I wanted to do like a summery vibe, but I didn't want to just do a beach because I had done a beach at the beginning of the year. Walter, you gotta pick a side, bro, amigo. Here, you could come over here if you want, but you gotta pick. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll do kind of like a very loosely inspired pirate vibe. So let's see. But I'm excited that you're doing a new project, Margot. That's super, super exciting. Hi, Ozzy. Oh, that's perfect that you're in the mood. That's awesome. Because yeah, I too am very much in the mood to write. I'm in the mood to like make progress, hopefully. Hi, Bree. Good to see you. Ozzy asked, how was your vacay? So my vacay was a little bit, how do I put this? So for starters, I'll say it's not what I expected. I would say, in the most loving way, it was not exactly relaxing. It very much did not go to plan in pretty much every way you could imagine. And, yeah, it kind of just ended up being like one thing after another. Not gonna lie, that kind of went wrong. It started with when we got to the campground, because I told you guys I was camping. We got nailed with like 20-mile-per-hour winds for 4 days, and ended up leaving early because there were so many things that went wrong while we were there. It was pretty horrific. And ended with, I mean, and I'm telling you, there's a lot that happened in between here. Like, you guys would not even believe if I listed off every little thing that just kept going wrong. And ended with, for Tuesday stream, right before the stream started, like an hour before, I went out to start my car and my car wouldn't start and I couldn't get the doors to open. So I had to call my mom and have her come over and like stand watch while I crawled in through my trunk to break into my own car, and then figured out it needed a jump start and I fixed it. But it's just been like, no joke, every little thing like that, just like the craziest stuff, just back to back to back. So this to me is kind of like a highlight for me from the last couple weeks, is going to be getting to sit and write again, honestly, for a little bit. I did manage to, I pulled nearly an all-nighter one night, and got all my notes transferred in from my physical copy of my book into like my hard copy. And I've started kind of sorting through all the feedback I left for myself. So tonight I'm going to be going through and kind of like chipping away at that. But I'm very much excited to like be back with everyone and kind of, yeah, filter through that stuff and make some progress. But thank you for asking, Ozzy. Jen said, I'm still dev editing today, but today I'm writing a transitional chapter to add to the beginning. Ooh, fun, Jen. That sounds really cool. Hi, Radiantly Mars. Good to see you. So glad you came in to say hi. Hi, Wheelie Gal. but you're here to write. Nice. I'm so glad. We're going to make lots of progress tonight. I can feel it. I'm manifesting it. But I want to have like good chill vibes too. You know, I'm glad we're all kind of like just casually working through new things or transitional scenes, and I'm chipping away at like some bullet points. It's going to be a nice time. Love the ocean vibes for the stream. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely wanted like summer vibes. Thank you guys for asking about my vacay. That's so sweet of you to ask, honestly. Hi, Charlie. Wait a minute. Is this Charlie? I don't think it is. I know another Charlie who's like a writer. Is this Charlie? Wait a minute. I gotta Google now. Because, not to be weird, but I know another Charlie. I haven't talked to her in a hot minute. Let me see something, because I think it might be. Hold on. Okay, no. Okay. So I know another Charlie, fun fact Charlie, also welcome in. So happy to have you here. But I know another Charlie on YouTube, but her name is spelled Charlie, Charlee, I think, now that I think about it. But welcome in, Charlie. So happy to have you here. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome in, bud. Yeah, he's just like, I know they're really here to see me, so I got to give the people what they want, you know? I love how his little head is just like chilling in the corner here, too. Hi, Kate. Kate said, hi, only stopping by for a minute because it's midnight here in Ireland. Oh, very cool. Hello. Welcome in. I'm going to go to sleep, but just wanted to say I love watching the TTWG streams while writing my novel during the daytime. Oh, that just made my whole day, Kate. I'm so happy to hear that. I hope you get a good night's sleep, and hopefully you'll enjoy the rewatch of this one sometime, you know, maybe over the weekend or something. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. Bree said, I really need to write. I've been doing everything but right now. Yeah, I need to write too. For sure. Christina said, hi, just here to chill for a second. We'll see how the night goes. No worries. No pressure. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It says, oh, hi, it said, hi, sorry I'm late, just dropping by. Oh, so happy to see everyone popping in. That's okay. It happens, you know? Ian, why am I not surprised by this comment? Yeah, it was just stressful, and I think I had reached my threshold, so I was like, yep, no stream happening tonight. I'm done. So I'm glad, like, now I'm more well rested. I had a good day today with my schoolwork. I got a lot done, and I took a quiz and did really well. So I'm like very ready, you know, to be settled in and writing. Margot said, I'm heading home from work, but we'll jump in when I get home. I'm almost done planning the project out. Excited to get back into it soon. That's so exciting, Margot. What a great, like, fun place to be at. And we will see you soon. I hope you have a safe drive home. Ozzy said, I'm in my first draft. I'm at 16,639 words. I started writing June 1st. That's awesome. That's great progress. 16,000 is like, that's very solid progress. Wheelie said, this is your vacay away from vacay. Exactly. Pretty much. Hi, Savannah. So happy to be back. I'm so happy that everyone like showed up, you know? I was like, I don't know, man. People maybe, you know, need to ease back into the TTWG, but a lot of you are showing up and showing out. It's so cool to see. I'm good. I'm working on, oh, also, hi, JK. I am working on going through some of the feedback that I left for myself. I actually, fun fact, because I'm sure a lot of you have like done revision before, and this is my first time doing like a really solid dev edit. As I was going through my physical copy, I wrote down a lot of feedback, and I did some line editing too, which in retrospect, I really probably shouldn't have done that. But anyways, these are just the bullet points that are relevant to like, I don't know, minor plot details and things like that. And I didn't keep a spreadsheet as I was going. So like if I noticed something and I thought to myself, okay, I need to make sure I remember this, but I don't remember if I wrote it down already or not, I would write it down again. So I have a lot of things in here that are duplicates. So I need to go through and not only kind of come up with solutions to some of these things or like answers, but I also need to go through and filter out and figure out what bullet points are like really similar to other bullet points, just rephrased, you know what I mean? So I can like shave it down. But yeah, I'm just going to slowly chip away at it. Oh, and I did for fun one day too, just for fun. And I'm not going to like show it anywhere because it's not even worth showing. But I did like fiddle faddle with a book cover design just for fun. I'm way far away from that point, but I just wanted to do it for fun. So yeah, I did do some fun stuff for my book. Like I did fit it in here and there throughout all of that. It was good, JK. I would rewind the stream at some point if you want to hear like a little more about it, but I did have quite a few things go wrong on my trip. But now that I am here with the TTWG again, everything is right in the world and I'm looking forward to having a good night. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was just a lot of like crazy little things that happened over vacay. So, but I'm very happy to be here. Oh, also, side note, remember how we worked through all our trivia cards before? So I do have fresh trivia cards. Okay, a whole fresh batch. Now, some of you may be intimidated because they are from a Trivial Pursuit, but rest assured, I got the Young Players Edition, so it shouldn't be too intense. And if you're worried that they're going to be too easy, I don't think that'll be a problem. But if you've ever looked at traditional Trivial Pursuit, I feel like the questions are so hard. So these are going to be more like relaxed trivia questions, similar to what we've been doing up to this point. You know what I mean? But this is only one pack of them. I got 2 packs. This is like an expansion pack. So we should be set on trivia for a hot minute. Okay. If we feel like breaking it out on one of our little chat breaks. So let's see. Hi, Day. Oh, so good to see you. And I am going to move through these pretty quickly now because I do want us to get into a sprint here within the next couple of minutes, just to kind of keep us like on track, you know? But Day, it's so good to see you. Ozzy said, I hope the rest of your summer goes better. Thank you. I think it will, hopefully. I'm mostly going to be focusing on classes. I have someone I'm beta reading for now. And then, you know, kind of focusing on trying to get my book ready for beta readers. So hopefully it'll at least be productive, you know? Doom. We'll see. Savannah said, I'm supposed to have a whole idea completely plotted by tonight if I want to stay on schedule. I need long sprints. Listen, I wouldn't mind long sprints either. Also, on this note, just a quick question. Would you all ever be interested in a stream? I thought about doing like, okay, do you guys remember back in the day? I don't know if anyone ever did this, but would you ever have like lock-ins at like, I never really did them at church. I never really went, I mean, I went to church, but kind of against my will. Anyways, that's a whole other tangent, but more so like at libraries, there used to be lock-ins every once in a while, or like schools would do like lock-ins. And I was like, maybe we can do like a silent stream one night that's like kind of a lock-in theme where like we don't really even do like breaks where we talk. It's just like a non-stop 4-hour like lock-in stream. But you guys tell me if you have no interest in that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I just think it might be fun to try one night to just really like lock in on our projects, you know? I don't know. Cause then we can still chat in the chat, but it would just be fun to do like every once in a blue moon as a big push for our projects kind of thing. Ozzy said, I'm glad I put the reminder on previously since I totally forgot about it. No worries. I need to pop it in the Discord. I'm really bad. I've like gotten really bad about keeping up with the Discord calendar. So I need to chuck it in there too in a second. I'll do that in the first sprint. Bree said, if I can be here, I'll be here for accountability. Listen, I love the accountability too, honestly. No, today we're going to do the regular wheel. If that's okay with everybody, we're going to revert back to just our regularly scheduled programming because I just want the regular for tonight. Honestly, I just need like a chiller kind of like I need to ease my way back in, I think. But we may still get Wheel of Doom. Wheel of Doom is still on my regular wheel as an option. So we'll see what we hit. Let's see. Write the book you want, not because someone... Yeah, no, that is good advice, Wheelie Gal, for sure. Ozzy said, I had a good day. I went to $3 movies with my dad and younger siblings. It was existential, a ripoff of Superman, but a dog with it. Then we went to the library. Now I am home. Oh, that's a great day, Ozzy. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Feel like we can summon certain folks by shaking the trivia container. Yeah, exactly, Alex. That's actually such a funny way of looking at it. I should shake it like a treat box. Yeah, it'll be really fun. Nothing is same. I really want to get Trivial Pursuit. I watched a whole documentary about the game and have never played it. Yeah, the actual regular one is like pretty intense. I feel like these are more, they're challenging enough that it'll keep us intrigued and like interested, but they're not going to be so hard that we're going to get discouraged, you know, or feel like too taxed, I feel like, by it. Like the Zara Larson Lush Life Summer. Yeah. You know, it's funny. Zara Larson's been around for like a hot minute, and she has just recently, within like the last year, blown up. It's been really interesting to watch. But thank you. I appreciate manifesting that. I have done that. It's awesome. Yeah. Okay. You see what I'm talking about then. Yeah. I just think it'd be fun. You know, listen, people probably will talk in the chat, and that's totally fine. I'm going to like encourage that, but I think it'd just be fun to try one time. Okay. We'll try that then. Cause yeah, I've had it on my list and I've been thinking about that. Yeah, so that is mostly on Twitch, Bree. I think people that do it on YouTube, they use a like a stream splitter or like a co-streamer. But when I've done that, I tend to get lag, and I don't love the, you know, lag part of it. But I may be able to make some sort of widget. I've experimented with it before. I'll play around with it. Bree. Yeah, they're fun treats. They're meant to be more like special editions anyways, for sure. Thank you guys for being so understanding. Never had a lock-in at my library or church. The library had a thing where you leave up to 2 stuffed animals and they would take pictures of them having fun. Oh, that's really cute, actually. That's like a Elf on the Shelf thing, kind of. That's cute. I'll be here for whatever you want to show up for. Every witch is a 4-hour doom. The futility stream. That'd be pretty funny. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, she's a vibe though, for sure. All right, let me take us over to the wheel here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, y'all know the drill. Let's see. Take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor, and I'll fit you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. Hello, Milk Master. Welcome in. Yeah, go ahead and guess. Everyone's welcome to guess. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Okay, 30. That's a good place to start. Let's see if anybody got it. Oh, Jen. All right, Jen got it. Y'all know what to do. Nice. Very nicely done, Jen. All right. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, such creative emojis coming in. Love that. Yeah, if we got Doom, that'd be a pretty crazy way to start. Hi, Sleepy Swordsman. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. All right. That being said, I have 30 minutes on the clock. So we're going to go ahead and start our first sprint, but I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side of 30. Here we go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. How did that go? I think I caught people as they came in, but if not, we had Bumblebear come in during that sprint, Saoirse and Margot made it home just in time. Whatever helps you you're welcome to do it. Charlie said, made it through reading and making notes on a chapter. Very nice. Oh, hi, Christian. Christian got 617 words. That's awesome. You guys are killing it. Hi, Wheelie Gal. Wheelie Gal got 500 words. Wow. Bree read a chapter to get back into it. Nice. Bumblebear managed to outline 3 chapters. Oh my gosh, only 2 away from the end of the outline. Wow, that's really exciting, Bumblebear. That's pretty cool to be 2 away from finishing the outline. That's exciting. Milkmaster said, I forgot to count how many words. No worries. I usually just do it within my doc through, I think, tools, but I use Google Docs. I'm not sure what you use, Milkmaster, but I think I just use tools. Or maybe not. God, it's been so long since I've had to do that. Oh, I don't even have that on here because I'm in a sheet. I don't think it tells me. Weird. I've never really thought about that in the sheet version, but I think it's in tools word count. All right. While everyone else is on Word, you just go to review. Nice. No worries, Ian. Yeah, I think it like disconnected for a hot second. But it's showing all good on my end. So I think that hopefully it was just a YouTube issue, but we'll see. But yeah, it took like a half second. So hopefully I think it'll be okay. Everyone just take a second, make sure you are caught up because we may do trivia here in a second and I don't want anyone to be behind. So just hit the red dot. If you're on YouTube, just make sure it's caught all the way up. I think most of you will be okay, and we're only going to do a 5-minute break. Because that was not too long of a sprint. That was only a half hour. So Charlie said, I've now officially written for 1,000 minutes so far this month. That's awesome, Charlie. My goal for the month was 1,200. So I'm very ahead. That's huge. That's great, Charlie. Milkmaster said, I'm too embarrassed to say what I use, but it does count how many words I have, just not how many I've written in a certain time. Oh, no worries. Yeah. So you just forgot to like check it beforehand. That's totally understandable. Totally fair. And no worries. There's never any pressure to share what you're writing in. Do you guys want to do some trivia? Do I have to shake it really doesn't make much noise, but I could shake the trivia cards. Someone said to shake it like a treat box before. Now keep in mind, this is, so we do trivia on our breaks, Milkmaster. We don't do it all the time. I usually just have it on standby, but I did get some new cards, so I'm excited to try it out. But it's actually a Trivial Pursuit expansion pack, but it's the Young Players Edition. So they shouldn't be too hard. I think they're going to be hard enough to keep us engaged, but not so hard that we're going to like melt our brains or anything. You know what I mean? I was like, if I get the traditional cards, you know, it's not as fun if only like one person can get it. You know what I mean? So, but I will warn you, these may not be as easy as you're expecting. So just, you know, keep those thinking caps on. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Gotcha. No worries, Bree. Oh, Milkmaster said, I'm ready to win. Okay. Here we go. Question number 1. What year? And I don't know what the categories are. Because there are like 6 categories, but I got to tell you, I don't know what they stand for. And there's no direction card. So anyways, what European city would you visit to ride a subway called the Metro or Metropolitan? What European city would you visit to ride a subway called the Metro or Metropolitan? Or it might be Metropolitane. Paris. Paris was the right answer. Well done. But it's close. Nice, guys. Very nicely done. Okay, let's try another one. I don't know if anyone will know this. Well, let's do a different one actually, because I really don't think anyone's going to know that one. That was kind of like a niche, like TV show one, and it's, I think, an older movie or TV show or something. But okay, can a person catch poison ivy from the air? Can a person catch poison ivy from the air? This is a yes or no question, so your odds are pretty good. I'll circle back to the niche one after for you, Margot. It was from like a TV show, though. It was kind of like out there. So interesting. We've got a variety of answers. I fear some of you may be yeah, a little scared. Yeah, some of you may be scared by the response. So the answer is yes, you can. You can in fact get poison ivy from the air. Okay, let's do one more easy one and then I'll go back. Well, I'll do the niche one actually real quick for Margot, and then we'll go back to the we'll do one more easy one, or at least one more. Okay. Now, I don't even know this show or movie, so Margot, just bear with me. But what is the name of Klinger's wife in Aftermash? What is the name of Klinger's wife in Aftermash? And MASH is all caps. Yeah, sorry. That's why I was like, it's a very odd question. It is genuinely quite niche. Yeah, see what I mean? Woo! I love how people are just guessing Sally, Beatrice. No worries. But the answer was Soon Lee. So yeah, I've never heard of that show or movie. But okay, let's do, this is a nice easy one. A lot of people will get this pretty quickly, so have your fingers at the ready. Got 5 seconds. What kind of factory does Charlie visit in the book by Roald Dahl? What kind of factory does Charlie visit in a book by Roald Dahl? There we go. There we go. The answers come pouring in. No misses. Now, this is actually an interesting debate, Jeannie. Is it a chocolate factory? It's technically a chocolate factory, but he does sell a lot of other candies, so that could be debatable. But the technical correct answer is a chocolate factory. Well done, guys. You smoked that one. I'll save the last... I know it is technically... Isn't that weird? The golden ticket store. Yeah, really. All right, I'll save the last two on this card for our next break. I'm trying to make sure, I want to make sure I keep this organized. I may get up on the next sprint actually and put like a sticker on one end or something so I know where to put the old cards or where I'm putting the old cards, because I don't want to get too mixed up. So anyways, but in the meantime, yeah, it is kind of an interesting concept, but in the meantime, let's go on over and spin our wheel, shall we? All right, so pop this up here. All right, so go ahead and take about 5 seconds to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I will fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen. I think last sprint, our winner was Jen. So I'll be curious to see if anybody nails it this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. I'll take a 50. That was really close to the doom, I'm not gonna lie. Man, I don't think we have any 50s on here. We have a lot of people on either side, but nobody quite nailed 50. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, it was real close. It was a little too close for comfort, but I'll take a 50. Game over. Yeah, same here. Same here. Okay. let me go ahead and bop us back over and get that set up. And we will get to it, gang. Oh, wrong button. My bad. Okay. All right. Yeah, same here, Ron. Agreed. Same, Margot. All right. That being said, I have 50 minutes queued up on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side. Here we go. okay. Not gonna lie, I did not catch that alert right on time, but I think I was close. I don't think I was too far off. But I was like right in the middle of a thought. I am getting through quite a few of these. I still have a ways to go, but I'm getting through quite a few. And I think I'm realizing that I need to like trust my gut on these, you know, and maybe not overthink too much. And then I think when I do my reverse outline, which really will pretty much be what my existing outline is, but I'll just like add in the changes that I want to make as a result of these notes. But yeah, I feel like if I add them into my outline, that's when I'll figure out how much of this I can really fit in, like in a way that makes sense. But I'm chipping away at them. So let's see how you guys did. Margot said, very productive on that one. Took a shower, finished beta reading a chapter, ate a snack, and did some dishes. That is very productive, Margot. I mean, I guess I forget that was a fairly lengthy sprint too. I keep thinking it was like a 20-minute. It flew by. Let me give us a little timer to keep us accountable too. We'll do a 7-minute break this time because that was a pretty long one. Nice. 514 words is great, Milkmaster. So Margot, these are actually all the notes I made that were like developmental notes for my book. I put them all into Excel and I have them sorted a little bit based on what they pertain to. I don't have them subdivided too much, but I've pulled out stuff, especially that, is relevant to like my map making, because I feel like I need to make maps in order to maintain consistency within the story, not just in this book, but across the trilogy. So I've separated those out. I've also tagged them based on whether they're more broad developmental notes or like more specific. So I can filter them and address the broad ones first if I feel the need to. But I was explaining earlier, quite a few of these are actually duplicates because I didn't make the spreadsheet as I went. And so there are quite a few duplicates that are just rewritten like in different ways. So I'm slowly like, kind of like narrowing them down too, to make sure that they're all pertinent. But I'm just going through little bit by bit and just coming up with like solutions or answers. A lot of these too are like naming things. Like one of the things that I did earlier today was I had to come up with a currency system, which you may think like, how did you not have a currency system? But I don't feel that it's super relevant to this first book, but I know I'll need it for future books. And it is mentioned in the first book. It's just not like a huge plot point, but I had to sit there and go through all the, names for the different coins and stuff that I want to have and different things. So it's more like nitpicky stuff like that, but I'm just slowly chipping away at it, but it's taking me a hot minute. And then I'm also, as I'm going, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm even like thinking of more things as I go that I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this, or like, will there be this, this, that, and the other, so I'm just kind of jotting down a lot of stuff as I go. But thank you for asking. Bree said, got roughly 2 pages of excerpts and poems fleshed out. Now time for Japanese poems. Ooh, Japanese poems. That's pretty dope. That sounds really cool. JK Limbo didn't get any words down, but did wash dishes, eat dinner, and do a bit of work. That's awesome, JK. Allie says, yes, what are you working on? I didn't even get to read. I was setting up my kids' camping site for their... Oh my gosh, that's so cute, though. Oh, they're going to have such a great time. A little campsite. I love that. But yeah, I'm just doing like my dev edits for my first draft. I'm really hoping that this second draft is going to be pretty solid, because genuinely a lot of the stuff that I'm addressing and that came up was fairly small. There was only one somewhat larger thing that I feel I need to address, and it's not even really a bad thing. It's more just I want to change the way one of the major plot points plays out, because I felt like when I read it, I was like, as the reader, I don't know that this comes across the way I think it is, or like the way I want it to. You know what I mean? Like, I think I was making it too complicated. So I think I'm actually going to make it a little more direct for the reader, which if I change it and make it this way, it's actually going to add a whole nother layer of tension between the main, like the two main characters. It's going to add a whole nother like yeah, I guess I hate to be repetitive, but it's going to add a lot more tension to their relationship. And I think it's going to be more believable and a little more on the nose for the reader, which I think will actually be kind of nice, to be honest, because there's a lot in here that I have a lot of Easter eggs and stuff already. And I feel like maybe the romance doesn't need to be as involved or like hidden. I don't know. So, yeah, just chip it away little bit by bit. Jen said, I've been having trouble figuring out the start of this new chapter, but I'm finally getting there. That's awesome, Jen. That's great progress. D20 season has me in a chokehold, unfortunately, so I got nothing done. No worries, Miley. That's a Dungeons and Dragons thing, right? I'm pretty sure I remember talking about that with you guys. I want to say did I save them on YouTube, or was that a different group? Anyways. Margot said, love a revision plan in Excel. Listen, I figured you would appreciate that, Margot, actually. But yeah, I know it feels kind of silly to do it in Excel, but it's very helpful, to be honest. And it's kind of daunting because I can see how many bullet points still need addressing, but like I've made it to point 63. So that's something, I feel like I am chipping away at it. Hi, Laura. So good to see you. Laura said, I'm diving into my stats homework during the sprint. Wish me all the luck. I do wish you all the luck. I have not taken stats, but I hear it is a beast. Ron said, read my excerpt that got published in an online magazine. Oh, that's so cool, Ron. That's really cool. Congratulations. It's awesome news. Jen got about 41,000 words dev edited, but it's slow with so many changes. I believe it. I know once I get my reverse outline done, it's going to be a bit of a task to like thread everything in. I'm hoping I won't have to change too much because I actually didn't hate my first read through. I just need to like fine tune some things and then make the writing better. But let's see. Lizzie said, I've been brainstorming. I'm planning on writing a Cinderella retelling inspired romantasy. So I did some research into the original fairy tale. Ooh, the original, from what I remember, the original Cinderella is dark, man. I will say, you know what I rewatched recently? And I think I rewatched it actually before I went on vacation, was the Cinderella with Brandy. Do you guys remember that one? It's from like back in the day, but that Cinderella to me is the best Cinderella I have ever seen to this day. Like, I just love it. It's so good. The costuming, the music, all the actors are so on point. Just chef's kiss. But yeah. And I watched that and I was like looking at all the costuming, especially, and I was like, God, they just don't make them like this anymore. They just don't. Allie said, wow, I missed a few months and you're already doing revision planning. That's amazing. Thank you, Allie. Yeah, it's been slow going, but I'm excited. I'm like daunted. I find the revision process daunting, but I'm excited to like fine tune it. And I'm really excited to share it with beta readers. Hopefully soon. We'll see how fast I can get through this. I'm also beta reading for someone at the same time, like right now. So I'm doing a lot of reading and writing, I feel like. But we're going to power through. We're going to do it. Type 510. What is type 510? I don't know what that. Oh, comedy D&D. Okay. Yeah, Cinderella is so good. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only, like, I knew I wasn't the only one that did it, but I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, I don't see much. I gotta tell you, I looked up like revision vlogs too, and I feel like there's not too much out there. I don't know. So I was just like, well, I'm a checklist oriented type of gal. I feel like this will work well for me. So I put it all in Excel. And it's been really helpful. This makes me feel a lot better about my choice to use Excel for this, or like Google Sheets, you know what I mean? Milkmaster said, I've got 11 days till the due date for my book that I've made for myself, and I've got writer's block. Oh my gosh. You can do it. You got this, Milkmaster. Yeah, same. Okay, you guys are making me feel really good about this. Yes. It's so good. I'm so glad you guys know which one I'm talking about. Amen. Evelyn may have never had a pie until a year ago, but she does know the correct Cinderella. Listen, My movies, for the most part, I do know somewhat. I do love a good movie. But that was so funny. That was a good one. I will say Star Kid had a Cinderella musical last year that was divine, very 80s fantasy inspired with like puppetry and oh, this is cool. Is this on YouTube somewhere? Cinderella is type 510 on the ATU, a classification index for fairy tales. A very fun route. I am definitely gonna have to look into that now, Miley. I'm very curious. Type 510. I'm gonna have to Google this. Now I'm really curious. Okay, free on YouTube. Star Kid. Okay. I may have to look that up. I think I will say, Jeannie, I think so. I don't make vlogs like at all anymore. I keep saying I'm going to do it and I never do it. But I will say I really would love to do a vlog when I'm all done with my book about like how I outline and then how I revise and stuff, because I just find it very satisfying. Like, but I want to make sure it works first before I put it out in the world as any sort of like, hey, you could try this if you want kind of thing, you know, like I want to make sure it works first, but I definitely would love to do that at some point. Literally, we'll be DMing you to swap Listen, okay, Margot, just to be clear though, because I feel like I'm making it sound like I'm much better at doing this than I am. I promise. It's like not that involved. I feel like it sounds more involved than it is. So I just don't want your expectations to be too high. But I will totally accept Excel planning tips if you have any. Yeah, right now I really just have them separated into sheets based on like what they pertain to. So like I do have one, like I have a whole sheet for lingo, because one thing is I want to potentially put like lingo in my world. And I, as I was revising, went through and marked like instances of phrases that I felt could be adapted, you know, into kind of like, I'm calling it Carsa lingo, you know, for my world. And then I have a sheet for things that need to be named. I have a sheet for clothing and gadgets. I have a sheet for each of my main maps, and then notes to self, to-dos, and then additional to-dos, which are to-dos that I didn't catch as I was revising, but they're to-dos I'm thinking of now in the moment as I'm going through it. And then I just have them tagged by either broad or specific, so I can filter if I want. And then I have a potential solution column and then a lead solution column. And then I'm just going to black out the rows or use some sort of solid color just to like mark them completed once I've put them in my reverse outline or put them in the second draft. So like nothing too involved, you know, it's nothing too fancy. Oh yes, thank you, Bree. So actually for tonight's stream, we have treasure chests because we are doing a very light pirate theme. So we get a treasure chest, which actually we have 2 because we've done 2 sprints. So we are just raking in the treasure. But thank you for the reminder, Bree. No worries, Wheelie Gal. Yeah, it's not my favorite either, but I really like the brandy one. Oh, very cool, Lizzie. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad a lot of people have. Oh, that's true. Ever After is really good. I still think brandy ranks above that one for me. I'm not going to lie, but the Ever After is pretty good. I love me some Drew Barrymore. Man, now I feel like I need to go watch Ever After. The Ever After one too. It has some really dark moments where I'm like, ugh, it like makes my skin crawl, you know, like, but I know it's meant to. That's the point of it. But yeah, I think for an escape, like a whimsical escape, the brandy one's awesome. Ever After, Brandy, Cinderella, these 2 beverages don't. Yes, you know what, Margot? That's the best way to put it. Exactly. They're kind of like, they are each kind of the best Cinderella in separate categories almost. Hi, Eccentric Raven. Welcome in. Happy to see you. No, I love it too. I just feel like they give different vibes. Like they're a different experience, each of them, you know? Oh yes, Wheelie Gal, go ahead and ask your question real quick. And then we'll pop over to the wheel and take it for a spin. Actually, we'll go over to the wheel while you're typing your question. Okay. Well, no, we'll wait a second. I'll give you 15 seconds to get the question in, and then we'll go over to the wheel. Yeah, totally. I agree. Each adaptation totally holds its own niche. Yeah. Eccentric Raven said, I'm mostly lurking, working on my reading goals, trying to finish The Hiding Place by Corey Ten Boom. Also lately been writing my YA sci-fi novel, working on an outline for draft 3. Oh, that's exciting, Eccentric Raven. That's really cool. I love the idea that you're like doing I love that you're doing a YA sci-fi novel. I feel like I don't hear a ton of people classify their books as sci-fi anymore, so it's nice to see that in the chat. Okay. So I've published several books already. So now, why is the naysayer voice kicking in? You know, Wheelie Gal, usually if that's happening, I feel like, Walter has come to give his opinion. Walter, Wheelie Gal did not ask you. I'm sorry, sir. He said, I have something to say on this. Gotta go pack a lunch. No worries. No worries. And I'm going to pop us over to the wheel in like 2 seconds, but I'll answer this really quickly. I can't really speak to this too much, Wheelie Gal, because I'm only on my first book, but I will say normally when I experience that in life, just in day-to-day life, it's usually something outside of writing that is causing that feeling, you know? Thank you for subscribing, Eccentric Raven. Happy to have you here. Please don't be put off by my cat. He just comes up here every so often. I know. You were sleeping in your chair and you were doing so good. But usually it's something outside of writing that causes that, I feel like. I'm trying to think of a better answer. Or like something deeper, but I don't know. I would also say maybe don't deep it too much. Like if you like your book, someone out there will like it, you know? And maybe don't overthink it. Because I know for me, I tend to overthink. He is literally trying to climb into my arms. All right, I'm going to hold you for just a second while we do the wheel. He's been sleeping in, I got this chair while we were camping, and I told you guys, but I cut my camping trip short, but I was determined to bring these chairs back, even though we really didn't have enough room. And I brought them back, and Walter loves them. They're like these little lambskin folding chairs. So he's been sleeping in that the whole time, but now, of course, he had to come up here and chat. Yeah, music does help for sure. I think that's a great piece of advice too. I know he's really, I love that everyone is saying hi to you, Walter. I know he really, no worries. See you later, GD. Yeah, he really is just like such a lover boy, but he's, yeah, quite clingy. All right, let's get over to the wheel because I've gone way past our break time. Like way past. So next time I got to do better about staying by the, or following the timer. He is going to sit here right by the... You cannot rub your head on the mic too much, okay? All right. Go ahead and drop those guesses in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor. And then I'll fetch you a nice little trophy over on the main screen. So far tonight, we've had a 30 and a 50, I think. So... all time slots are fair game. And maybe on this next one, we'll do trivia so that we can watch the timer closely too. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that was close to a 55. I was like, we're going to get another solid one. Okay, 35 is cute. We can do a cute 35. Let's see if anybody got it. Oh, Margot got it. And Christina got it. Well done, Margot and Christina. Okay, let me go fetch you a trophy. Hunter twins at it again. That's great. But yes, very well done to Margot and Christina. I now have, let's see, 35 minutes on the clock. Yep. Um, which yeah, they are pretty magical. They are pretty magical. Wish everyone best of luck hopping off for the night. Hope all have a great weekend and stay hydrated. Bye, Alex. Thank you for hanging out. Okay. All right, everyone. I wish everyone the best of luck. I'll see you on the other side of 35. Here we go. Your trouble. Okay, and we are back. I have made some more progress. I'm noticing I had a chunk of notes or like bullet points that were ideas and clarifications around my driftwing design, which I think I showed you guys on here one time. And it was just things that I need to keep in mind. And then a couple things I thought about possibly adding. So I've kind of put all that in one bullet point also, but I'm thinking I may move that to its own sheet as well, to be honest. Once I notice a trend like that, I like to kind of keep them together. Oh, and let me set a timer to keep us on track here. We'll just do a 5-minute one. That was only a 35er. That's not too bad. Let's see. No worries, Beth. No worries at all. I haven't really been in a routine either, so that doesn't help, you know? Like, I've been gone for the last 2.5 weeks or something, so no worries at all, guys. Bree said, still translating this one to Japanese. These characters are tripping me up right now. Yeah, I bet that's really difficult, honestly. But that's really cool that you're doing that, Bree. Margot says, got started with the last piece of story prep. So exciting. Oh my gosh. Walt would not leave me alone for that whole sprint. I'm talking quietly because he's sitting right next to me and I don't want him to hear me shading him, which is silly because he's a cat, but like, I'm not shading him. I shouldn't shade him. He's just a lover boy, but oh my God, he would not leave me alone that sprint. Anyways, Allie read 2 chapters and put everyone to bed. So exciting. Is that like bed or the camping slumber party? Are they camping inside or outside? Because that's pretty hardcore if they're camping outside. Yeah, he stuck around for like the majority of the sprint. I feel like the last 5-10 minutes, he finally sat in his chair. And he's literally right here, right next to me. You can see a little bit of the chair right here in the frame, that like white triangle thing. I don't know how to, yeah, this thing right under my hand. He's right there. So he's still really close by. But anyways, do you guys want to do some quick trivia while we're on a break before we go for the next spin? And the next spin will probably be our last for the night, our last sprint. So here's hoping we don't get a doom. But if we get a doom, I'm going to just choose to believe that it's meant to be. Oh, okay. Oh, listen. Love that. Love that for you, Allie. That's so great. Trivia. Okay. We'll do a quick trivia. My trouble getting into a groove has me thinking a 4-hour marathon sounds... Listen. We'll do a... yeah, I was talking earlier about maybe doing a 4-hour like lock-in stream where we don't talk and we just work for like 4 hours straight. That I may be able to do. On another stream. But tonight, man, I don't know, man. The highest we can get is a Wheel of Doom 2-hour, which I don't think I've ever even hit a 2-hour. I think 90 is the highest I've gotten. So, yeah, doesn't that sound good, Margot? A nice little lock-in stream. I think it'd be fun. So we'll see. Okay, so we'll do 2 questions because we've got about 2 minutes. If we have more time, we'll do more. But all right, what part of a pomegranate do people eat? What part of a pomegranate do people eat? And in news that will come as a shock to no one on here, I don't think I've ever had a pomegranate. So technically the correct answer is the seeds. Now, what does this mean, Margot? Does this mean the seeds? I know, I've never had a pomegranate. I mean, I think it's a type of fruit. I will fight that card. Listen, take it up with the people at Trivia Pursuit or Trivial Pursuit. But I believe you. Oh, the flesh was it. See, Margot's just getting very accurate here. Trivial Pursuit can't keep up. Okay, in its defense, okay, in its defense, I think this may have happened because I think, Margot, you might have been driving home when I was saying this earlier, but like, so I got the young players version of Trivial Pursuit because I feel that the adult cards can be a bit tricky sometimes. And I thought I didn't want to like go from the trivia cards we were using before, which were a pack called I Should Have Known That, right? To, you know, adult Trivial Pursuit. So this is the young player version. So I feel like they simplified it for the young players. I think that's all. So I think you are right, Margot. But, you know, it said the seeds for the young players, you know, that's all. Evelyn, you should eat a pomegranate. And then listen, y'all already got me to eat Nutella. And because I had never had that before. Nutella. And what was the other thing? Oh, I tried the Abuelita's hot chocolate, but I will say I don't think I made the hot chocolate very well. I think I needed to do it with milk, and I think I needed to maybe do 2 packs of the hot chocolate in with my mug. I think I used a pretty big mug, so I need to try that one again. But you guys do have me branching out over here. I don't know, but it sounds like in a pomegranate I only eat the flesh of the seeds, so I don't know. That might be a little intricate for me. Jen said, funny, I was eating a passion fruit and thinking how much I miss pomegranates. Oh my gosh, that's so wild. Okay, first of all, I was not here for the Nutella eating, and now I need your review of it. It was really good. I will say, I actually tried it 2 different ways because, oh, pomegranate. Okay, so the pomegranates are being endorsed, but Miley recommended that I put it on the piece of bread and toast it and then eat it. And that was really good. I'm not gonna lie. And then I had some just like on a piece of bread straight out the tin or whatever you call it, you know, the plastic container. And that was okay too. But I definitely think toasting it is the way to go. And I still have it. Pomegranates are delish. Wow. I've never had one either. She does know what she's talking about. That's true. You know too, Allie, though. I've got quite a few foodies in here. You guys are pretty well versed. All right, we're going to do one last question because I want to be able to put this card in the back of the pack here. I know the timer's down. You know, I know it finished. Come at me later, you know. But let's do this one last question and then we'll spin the wheel one last time. Okay. What famed auto race is held annually on Memorial Day in the US? What famed auto race is held annually on Memorial Day in the US? Yeah, you guys absolutely are. Like, genuinely. Yes, we will do one more. We'll see where we end up. We're getting some interesting responses here. So the correct answer is the Indianapolis 500. So well done to those of you that got the Indy 500, NASCAR 500 thingy. I wouldn't have known it either, by the way. So no worries. And F1, they've been doing a lot of F1 movies and stuff lately, so I don't blame you if you guessed that either. No, that was pretty good though, guys. That was pretty solid. I think we had at least one person get every single, you know, question on the card. So, all right. And I literally wrote on the box, like, new, old. So I will keep these straight. And hopefully we can use these for many streams to come. That was a fact dug from the recesses of my childhood. And, you know, the only reason that I kind of knew about the Indy 500 is I think we just had that recently. Didn't know this at all. It's just all car races, NASCAR. Yeah, same. No, I'm the same way, Allie. Full government name. Thought it was just Indy. Yep. Indianapolis 500. I know. I don't think about racing unless, like, I'm thinking about that kids movie Cars or whatever, you know? I know. I love the full government name. Unless I'm driving and someone's trying me. Yeah, I know the government name was so funny. Okay, let's hop over to the wheel. This will be our last sprint of the night, but everybody go ahead and take a second to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on. If you hit the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in your honor, and then we'll take you over to the main page where I'll fetch you a nice little trophy. Also, if you happen to drop your guess in the chat and then you're kind of twiddling your thumbs while you wait for me to spin the wheel, now might be a great time to go ahead and hit that like button or subscribe button if you're not subscribed, just to support a fellow creator. You know, I always forget to say that stuff, but if you have a minute to bop the like button, we love to see it, but no pressure. All right, we are going to spin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Oh, I turned off the clicks. Sorry. 40. Okay, we can do a cute 40. I can hang with a 40. Let me see if anybody guessed 40. Oh, look, first one out the gate. Allie got 40. Okay, Allie got it. Oh, but I do see, oh, Miley's gonna be leaving soon. Thanks for hanging out, Miley. It was so good to see you. Thank you seriously for swinging by. It's been awesome to see everybody. All right, let me fetch that 40 for Allie. Very, very nicely done. All right. And actually, I'm like thrilled with 40, to be honest, because it's a good solid sprint, but not too intense. I do think I'm going to have to take my contacts out on the top of this sprint because I can feel, I don't know if any of you wear contacts, but like I can just feel they're getting dry because it's the end of the day. And I'm like, I can't have my eyes getting dry. It just makes me feel sleepy when I'm not actually sleepy, you know? So I'm going to have to, at the top of the sprint, just really quickly pop on my glasses, but then I'll come right back. So don't ditch the last sprint just because you see me step away for 2 seconds, okay? Not my 4-month-old jamming to that song. Listen, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. What can I say? Good night, Ron. Oh my gosh, totally understandable. Peace and joy to all. Peace and joy right back at you, Ron. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you on Tuesday, hopefully. All right. Listen, I missed this, and I missed having you in here, Allie. It's so good to see everybody. So, okay, that being said, I have 40 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes on the clock. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see you in 40. Here we go. if you survived that sprint, congratulations. You're a rock star. Just saying. It wasn't like horrible, but I definitely feel like we've been here a minute now. That was our 4th sprint. So that's a pretty hefty night of work for those of you that stuck it out. Margot got about 700 words. Wow, that's great, Margot. And a 40? That's awesome. I have had some good brain blasts, actually, during that one. I was figuring out some good, like some stuff that really needed figuring out. So I'm really glad we did that last sprint. And I've still got a lot left here, but I'm definitely noticing there's a lot of duplicates. So I may be closer to figuring this out than I think, hopefully. We'll see, though. And then a lot of these are map related. I really need to sit and just make my maps, because that'll solve a lot of this stuff. Let's see. I survived. Can't say I thrived. Listen, same. Although, actually, no. Tonight, I can say I thrived. I will say. I got a lot done. But normally, I'd be in that same boat, Ian. Jen said, I finally finished the chapter I started. That's awesome, Jen. Way to stick with it. Beth, watch some of Andrea's London. Oh, okay. Andrea Severson's London vlogs. Yeah, I'm excited to watch those too. I bet they're really cool. I've been seeing them. I've been saving them to my watch later. Might need a research block. Like a research sprint. Yeah, maybe on Tuesday. If you still have research to do, you can use one of those sprints as a research sprint. That could be perfect. But yeah, man, I made some good progress. I really can't complain, honestly. These are just slow going, you know, which everybody says. They're like, revision sucks, you know, and then it'll be interesting to see when I put it in the outline format, like what it looks like, you know, and how much of it I can fit in and everything. But I'm pretty hype about it. Pretty content with where it's going. So I think I'm picking up. I think I caught some pretty good stuff on my first pass through the first draft. So we'll see. All right. Well, that being said, I'm not going to lie. Your girl is tired. So I think we're going to end the stream here for tonight. But please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be here next week on Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll see you guys then. And in the meantime, be brave, be a light. Remember that you are so, so loved. And I'll see you around the internet. Bye, guys.